What's up? I'm dropping in for an update because it's been a while. Hope you guys had a good Christmas and New Year's. Things have kind of slowed down over here just because of, well, when I left you guys, I had the wrong brakes on the driver's side because it interfered with the shock, and I didn't get the replacement one until like 3 days before Christmas, so I didn't even mess with it until after Christmas. So after Christmas, I did get it on. So this is going to be the opposite as the other side. So it's basically two right-hand sides, two passenger sides, and yeah. So now you can tell, no interference. And then I started laying out the brake lines and ran into another problem. So there's a center line. Let me get situated and get into here and show you. Okay, so underneath here, what you need to do is you need to attach to this line right here. This is the main brake line for the rear brakes, and what you do is you hook this line into it, and then it tees on this side and goes to these lines right here to the calipers. So I had a hold up on this because they gave me one of these adapter fittings for the AN line on the brakes, and this is supposed to attach to this, but it would not thread because inside this, I don't know if you guys can see that, this has no threads. So they sent me a fitting with the manufacturer's defect with no threads. So I had to contact them after a few days, and then it was the holidays, and so I had to wait for to tell them what's up. So I had to wait, and then I got this one in, and now you can see it does have threads. So now I can finish up my brake lines. Not really much to show you guys as far as that. I mean, brake lines are pretty straightforward. So hook this up, tee them in the middle, and then attach them to the axle somehow so they're kind of out of the way. But the biggest problem is going to be the e-brakes. So let me get up here and show you. Okay, so this is the passenger side, and this is the factory e-brake. And it used to go like clip into this and then go through the drum. And now it needs to go through like this eyelet right here. So this is gonna be tricky to show you. It needs to go through this eyelet. Maybe it'll pinch in there. I don't know, I haven't even tried yet. Somehow to maybe adapt that, and then it's got to attach to this arm, this lever right here on the e-brake. And so what they do is they give you these for attaching to that arm, and I don't really know how that's going to work yet, so I got to figure that out. And the problem is on the passenger side, or the driver's side, since this wheel's backwards, the bracket's right here, and now I have to make this cable somehow hook to the similar lever back here. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I did some research on those e-brake lines. I mean, I'm not gonna let that hold me up. If I get everything else done and that's all that's left, I'll just zip time out of the way so I can drive it and use it. But one thing I have to make sure to do is there's a 10-pound little Willwood residual valve that's in line on the front brakes up there that is used when you have a disc brake. When you have a disc brake front and rear master cylinder, it doesn't keep a pressure on the drum brakes, and they want you to have like a little 10-pound residual valve that always kind of leaves 10 pounds of pressure on the rear drum brakes. That way they engage better. So, but with the disc brakes on the rear, you don't need that valve anymore. So I'll take that out and I'll bleed it all and it'll be ready to go. And then all I have to do is wait for the driveline. Driveline was shipped out a few days ago, and it's going to be a little while before that comes back, just because it has to go to Denny's drive shaft in New York, which is the opposite side of the country. But I'll get the brakes done in the meantime. I don't know if you guys even cared about seeing that. And then I'll move on to maybe a couple small things. That's all I got going on. I'll come back soon with some better content than this, because this is just horrible. And like waiting for parts and getting wrong parts, and it really slows things down. So I guess I could throw a wheel on here real quick and see if I'm gonna have any clearance issues. Let me do that real quick. Just a quick side note, guys. These are now 1/2-inch studs in the back, and the fronts were 7/16. So the wheels still do fit over the studs without any issues at all, but I have to get matching lug nuts for the front, so I'm gonna have like half of one size in the front and half another size in the back. But let me get a couple lug nuts on here, and I'm just gonna lift the axle up in there. I'm not gonna take it off the jack stands. Really hoping I don't have any rubbing issues. Yeah, it's a full weight right there. She's close. Let me see if I can show you how close. Pretty darn close, but I think that's okay. Let's go check the other side. It's clear. The only thing that I'm worried about is this body line right here, this bend up in here. It could hit on hard bumps, but we'll address that if it happens. That's really tight though. I was wondering how close to factory specs it was going to end up being. So we won't find out until we drive it. So right now, we're just going to wait on some parts. Comment down below if you guys got anything cool for Christmas for your cars. I'd like to know what everybody's working on. Okay, talk to you guys real soon.